We are four-wheeling for gems in Acton, California. So here we are at the regular dig site. We've been here about 20 minutes and another car just pulled up. Liz is over there. So we're looking for agates, and sometimes iris agate is available in this area. Now let's take a look. I'll show you what we found so far. So basically this field is where people find varieties of different agate types in the hills all around here. Now what I found here is a couple of tracks where people were joyriding off-road. They do that in this area, and it rained last week, so somebody laid some fresh tracks down and dug up some dirt, and you can see right in the ruts they kick up the rocks. And so I'm just following this rut here with my shovel. I have a narrow trenching shovel because it's easier to dig with. Let's take a look at what I found. So far this milky white layer banded with some of the host rock, just regular volcanic basalt, decomposing, a lot of iron in it. And then this, you can't tell because it's dirty and I don't have my spray bottle, but this is a typical agate that you'll find in this area. And then here's another one, but this particular one turned out to be solid green inside. This is pretty awesome. It's a lot like that milky white quartzy sort of a chalcedony, like this, but it's got that white, that green material in it as well. I'll give you a better view of this. So there's that green material, not too bad. And here is that milky white quartzy sort of chalcedony. And then there's that other agate. And there's more. Here's another one. Just another agate nodule. They are very dirty in here. It's a lot of brown soil, loamy, or a silty loam. It's more loam than silt. Another little dirty agate nodule. And you can tell there are some rocks in this area, like this black one right here. This is that regular black volcanic rock. And so different from when you see a nodule like this one or this one. And you can see there's agate material all in here. A lot of it's that milky white, which I don't care for as much. I like the clear. There is a bit of mossy agate in here. Some of the white milky material has dendrites of that green. I don't know where the green comes from. I don't think it's copper. There is some fluorite that was mined here in the past, just beyond that hill. You can see that we're in a neighborhood. It's quite an interesting area. So anyway, we'll go ahead and continue digging and show you more as we go along. Alright, so I wanted to show you one that I just cracked open. I just found this one, and you can see it. It's got the texture of an agate, or even possibly a petrified wood, like a limb cast or something. But I don't know, maybe not. Or it could be an infilled, but I cracked it open and look inside. This is pretty good stuff. You can see this, the light we're in is overcast, so it's hard to really make out all the real colors, but I'm looking at this rock. There's bright green and gray with a little bit of dark gray or bluish chalcedony with a little purple and red all around it. It's amazing. This is, half palm size or quarter palm size. And that'll make a few good cabs. All right, so we've come further up the hill. You can see where the lower chaparral, some yucca, agave, and so I found a few nodules. Here's another one. I hope you can see the colors in these rocks. All right, so we've come further up the hill here, and I dug out a small section, and just beneath the surface you can see other people have been digging in this area. They leave behind the milky white agate, like this one, and several others. But beneath the surface, I found a few agates, like this one. It's a small one. Here's a nice little nodule. Another one. And then there's this sort of thing. So we'll keep looking. Well, it's getting later in the day, so we're about to finish up here, but I'll show you what else I found up here on the hill. There's a decent sized piece with mainly the white, but you can see it's got some sort of banding here, and there's green inside. And then here's another piece that was already broken. It's just a piece of agate here. Okay, and then this is another bigger piece. It's got mainly white quartz, but you can see a little bit of banding right down here at the top and bottom, with, you know, where the crystals grew in together in the middle. Looks like a seam. Okay, and then there's this piece. It's a beautiful waterline agate with crystal growth on top. It's pretty fragile. I hit it, and some of the waterline came off of the bottom there. You can see. I guess I shouldn't have hit it. It was about 1/3 bigger than this, but I'll still get a couple of decent calves out of that. This one looks like a little nodule of just white chalcedony, maybe more like common quartz. Okay, and then this piece, I broke into it, and it has beautiful green and orange colors in it. So I don't want to break it anymore. It's kind of small. So I have good hopes for this one. And there's another piece that is sort of quartzy in nature, like common quartz, but it's got some of that green stuff in it. It's pretty nice. I'm hoping this will cut and polish well. Okay, and then this one last piece here. Yeah, same thing. Yeah. All right, there's more. I mean, there's some of this other stuff just laying around. You can pick that up. It's more like that milky white chalcedony, or maybe kind of a mixture of chalcedony with the common quartz. You know, this could be some pretty good material. I might give this one a try since it's a decent size. There's just bits and pieces all over the place up here, but you don't find the pieces I found on the surface. You have to dig for them. So, you know, I dug another small area right in here, and found all those pieces. So, you know, the material's up here. It's really hard to say where to dig, but it's pretty much everywhere, and people dig here all the time. So, you know, like there's another car over there. They came from Los Angeles, and then we're in the Land Rover today. And there's Liz. Hi, Liz. Did you find anything good?
Yeah, a few things, I guess.
All right. Well, we're about to wrap it up. We might hit another spot in here. Instead of the regular agate nodules, there are some seams here, and they're pretty interesting. Immediately I found a couple. Let me show you what I found. All right, so these two pieces were sitting on the surface, and that's a beautiful seam of chalcedony mixed with that milky white sort of quartzy layer. But this is a pretty decent seam. That'll make some good cabs. And then this one is more interesting. It's sort of black in the center, but very translucent, or almost clear on this side. If I had a spray bottle, I could show you. Maybe I can show you here. Hang on just a moment. Yeah, just take a look at that. That's nice. If I could find more of that, I'd be very happy. That's beautiful. All right, so let's put these in the bag, and then I've been here like literally just got out of the car, found those two pieces, and then looked over and found this. So there is another piece laying on the ground, but then there's that. And I think that's a seam. No, it's not. No, it isn't. Bird shit. I found bird shit, everybody. All right. We'll see if we can find that seam. Yeah, so I haven't found any more of that mossy seam agate, but there is plenty of agate in this area. This one's too small. All right, if I do find that seam, I'll definitely let you know and show you. Now this material is very close. See, this nodule is very similar in color to that seam agate that was just laying right here on the surface. There's another couple of pieces, not very big. All right, I'll let you know when I find more of that material. All right, I still haven't found any of that, but here's a pretty decent size agate. That one's pretty nice. That's a pretty decent size. Look at what? Okay, let's take a look.
Look at this guy.
Okay.
That one, so far.
Okay.
So, this might be it. There's some seam material on this, but I'm not gonna, it's just like surface stuff. I'm not gonna worry about that.
Right, real thin, right?
Yeah.
Somebody's definitely been digging here.
Oh yeah.
It runs all the way through up in that direction. Yeah. But that's not the same material that I was talking about. Yeah, that's good.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah. Very nice.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we're on another hillside here at Acton, and it's been here for about half an hour, and I found a few rocks, lot of green in the milky white chalcedony. There's some pretty good agates with different colors, and this one here is banded with some inclusions of just host rock, but see, that's a pretty nice seam agate. And here's my favorite one. Usually I find agate nodules at this particular location. They look a lot like this one, and I've gotten them as big as the size of my hand. Giant nodules. There's one with white on the inside, but yeah, this one definitely is my favorite. That is absolutely fantastic. Alright, so I just wanted to give you an update and show you some of the material that's available in this area here. Here's another one with a green in it. Some people call this mossy. I don't see what's mossy about it. It's just different colors all in the same rock mixed together or speckled together. And here's another one. This one is potentially mossy. It looks like it's got some potential. All right, about this one. And a bunch of smaller pieces too. So the daylight's pretty much gone. The sun is out in that direction over the hills, and we probably have about an hour left where we can see what we're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up here and give you an update, maybe cut some rocks, and we'll see you next time. My name's Arthur. We're four-wheeling for gems.